Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode number 40 of Castles to Cauldrons. I'm your host, Jason Davis. It's been a little bit. We had a nice vacation where I say vacation, but it was training. It was. I'm here with Rachel. Who was in charge of the training per se, and she did a really good job on delegating.
Why, thank you.
I guess you get that as co-owner. You get to get all that stuff. But Micah is also here. Micah, have you recovered from our training event?
Yes, I was definitely tired. Got home on Friday and then was just kind of been like wide open ever since we got back. So, but I think I'm recovered.
Recovered enough. And
Yeah.
then the most important question for y'all three, I guess, is Terry, how is Taylor Swift's new album?
Why are you asking only Terry? I've listened to it every day, multiple times a day since Friday.
I mean,
It's
we
bops.
should ask Terry
So
how
good.
she's surviving since we got back, since she literally has been by herself
It
for
was
over a week since she got
terrible.
back.
It was awful, but we made it through it, so we're good. I have Taylor Swift now, so I'm fine.
Yeah, we got rewarded at the end of the week. It was a great time. It's weird now because we've been gone outside of the parks for just over a week, I guess. And seeing y'all on a daily basis was real fun, and just getting to interact and recording the podcast together. It was all great. And then we came back to reality, and it's just like,
Literally text Terry one of the days and I was like, I was just telling Robert how weird it is that I haven't hung out with you today or
I
been in the
know.
same room.
so
'Cause Terry and I were roommates for
Yes.
half the trip.
they had to move rooms
A
three
few
times.
Moved a lot,
We
but it
did.
was okay.
But it was a great trip. We're going to get into a little bit of that here in a minute. I saw the first half of it where we spent the time at Universal. We just want to talk a little bit about some Christmas stuff, even though Halloween hasn't happened yet. So Candlelight Procession was announced a couple weeks ago while we were on our hiatus. It's a great event that I like to do. I used to do it every year, but ever since COVID, we kind of stopped. They've announced all the narrators. We've got 8 new narrators, if I'm counting that right, and a lot of returning ones. We're not going to go over all of them, but maybe the ones you're most excited for. So Micah, which one is if you got to go, which one would you want to see?
So it's going to be between two, and that would be Brandon Fraser, because who doesn't love him? And also Henry Winkler, because I did grow up watching Happy Days, and I adore that so much. That's happy memories, being at home watching Happy Days and stuff. So that's the two I would want to see.
Rachel, what about you?
Brendan Fraser, for sure. Just love him. Loved him before he made his comeback and all that. Love him after his comeback. And then I'm going to say Jennifer Gardner.
Yeah.
I like her. She's momly. That's why I think I like about her. And I think she's down to earth.
Yeah.
And
She doesn't do much anymore, does she?
No,
Acting.
she does Capital One venture cards.
Well, she was in
She's been
Deadpool
doing
3.
more because she did that movie where the little girl was sick, and it was that Christian movie. So she's been more leaning, I think, that direction some too.
Very faith-based. Terry, which one do you want to see?
I would say Jennifer Garner, or Cheryl Lee Ralph. Do y'all watch Abbott Elementary?
So you need to be on a pre-show when we were talking about who this person was.
You're like, who is this?
Oh my gosh, I don't watch Abbott Elementary. You're missing out. It's so good. It's so funny. But she's one of the teachers on there. She's hilarious.
I was upset when we went to Warner Brothers last year. For me, it would be Gary Sinise, Lieutenant Dan.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I think, and that's also on my birthday. Bethany's birthday is the 18th. I'm the 19th, so he's doing it on our birthday. Yeah, I like Gary Sinise. I think he'd do really good and he's got that history with he's a Christian and everything. So bringing that into the fold kind of brings a little bit more.
And he has that. What is his foundation? Oh, it's the Gary
Sinise Foundation.
Yeah. He always sends people to Disney and stuff.
It's
And they always wear the shirts.
Yes, the
He works with
military
veterans.
families or something like that.
Yeah.
Who've lost
Yeah.
people in the wars.
I think it's lost and injured too, as well, maybe.
I mean,
know
there's
who
a
would
lot
know?
of good options that are on the list too.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
And there's also the dining packages included. So you can go to, everybody's favorite restaurant, the Beer Gatine, and and go see your favorite Mark McGrath. He's not actually on this
He's
year's.
not there.
But, that's always an option. So book those as for the more popular ones. It's always wise to book a dining package. That way, you're guaranteed a seat versus standing in that standby because you would hate to be cut.
Because I bet Brandon Fraser's standby is going to be so long. Like, there's going to be
Yeah.
people wanting, like, they're going to be lining up as soon as Epcot opens, like, at that thing to be able to get in there.
I would say
Well,
Bree,
I think
Jennifer, like you said, Brendan, and even Harry Winkler. I think they'll all be pretty long lines for standby.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they start October 14th for the Candlelight Processional packages.
Okay.
That's
In
gonna
a week.
their days are gonna be that's gonna be slammed trying to get dining reservations on those dates. But I mean, I'm glad they have a lot of different options. Like that, there's a lot of restaurants that are available. I like that they're only one table service meal credit,
Mhm.
unless it's like a signature like Le Cellier.
Right.
So
They've
like
really
Temp
expanded
and
them too.
Edo, wow, 110, but then it's only one table service credit.
That's a good use of your say.
Very good, because Le Cellier is 104 and it's 2.
Because it's signature.
Yeah.
But you
And
remember
that's
when they were like, it hasn't even been 10 years since, I've been doing it's been over 10 years, but the list for those restaurants were like 5 or 6. And now it's
Yeah.
most sit down restaurants in Epcot are doing this. So it's a good thing.
I wonder though, like I wonder how many reservations, because
It's
like
prob-
that pavilion's only one size.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it's the three showings, isn't it? 2. There's 3 showings: 5, 6:45, and 8:15. So there's probably each one gets so many for each show. And we'll talk about it next week's episode when we talk about our Disney stuff. But when we were in American Adventure, our Epcot night, we were kind of sitting there just listening to music across the way.
Yeah, we
So
were getting drinks in America, and like
Mhm.
you could clearly hear them like singing
Yeah.
that night.
So that's an option too. Just get something from Regal Eagle, which is a great restaurant since it's Muppets, and sit outside and listen to whoever you wanted to listen to.
Get a moonshine sour. It was delicious.
Yes. That's all the news we have. So we'll go on to talk about Universal for a while and make that the rest of the episode. So the biggest thing is Terry finally went to Universal Orlando, and
Yeah.
she went to Hollywood for the first time. So in February, correct?
Yes.
And then, so what were your comparisons like for these two? Like which one did you enjoy more? Which one like just stuck out to you, I guess?
Orlando is definitely the prize between the two, I think. I mean, it's just bigger, has a lot more to offer. I will say, I didn't say, but when we were in Hollywood, my husband was like, "This feels kind of small," And I guess once you've been to like Disney World, and Disneyland feels small compared to Disney World, but it doesn't feel small when you're in it. And it may be because in Hollywood, it's on 2 levels, so it's not spread out; it's up and down, so it just feels compact. But I think in Florida, you got that just spread out theme park as far as the eye can see. The visual lines were great. You didn't look out in Hollywood. You look out and you see like the Hollywood Hills, and you see really cool stuff that you're not used to seeing, but it kind of takes you out of the element a little bit as well, especially on the upper level. And I like the tour through the lots, but that also kind of takes you out of the whole theme park bubble feeling. So I think Florida definitely wins. And which one is better? All are good, but it's just better.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Hollywood does feel like, even inside the park, it feels smaller than
Yeah.
what Disneyland feels like, even though it's a smaller park than Magic Kingdom. But it just, especially the bottom lot,
Mm-hmm.
because everything's on top of it, so everything feels cramped. The upper lot feels cramped, but it's just like, okay, I need a little bit more to do.
Yeah.
So we stayed at Terra Luna for our first part of where we did training and HHN. That's where we recorded our episode the other night. What were y'all's thoughts? Have y'all stayed at Terra Luna before?
No, that was my first time.
First time.
So overall thoughts?
It's a value.
Yeah, it's a value resort. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I disliked that the other resorts at Universal, because this goes for Helios as well, that they don't actually have a Starbucks in there. It's like their market that serves Starbucks, but it's not a Starbucks. So they don't have the full like Starbucks menu in
And
there too.
That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee, so
No, I mean, like I'm a coffee drinker, but like I know when I go down to a theme park, I'm getting crappy coffee either way.
you're gonna get Joffrey's coffee at Walt Disney World.
I hate Joffrey's coffee.
It's okay.
I will say, I don't like the area it's in right now, since it's not developed so much. There's not a lot to do around. If we want to go to City Walk or anything, you're getting on a bus for 15, 20 minutes before you.
Yeah.
And I mean,
It
yeah,
is-
you're like that at Walt Disney World, but you're not going through traffic like you are in Orlando, like Universal. Or you're actually going through Orlando.
Seven.
I thought that there's a lot of space. Like I thought like the dining area was a good use of space.
Yes.
You know, those congregation tables that are there as well. And then I even like the outside, like they had the outside bar, and then they had like the seating that was undercover, which I thought was nice. I mean, I think it's a good space for the price point.
Yeah, I
With-
think
Location
yeah.
kind of stinks.
I don't know who said it, if it was one of us or somebody we were with, but it's a good if you're going to Epic theme park or hotel.
I think we were talking about that on our walk back.
Yes, so not advising to walk back from Epic Universe. Don't listen to
Terra
Terry.
Luna.
It's possible.
It's possible, but not
Not
great.
advisable.
Terry gave us bad directions to get back from.
There was literally a sign. So why
there
would they
was
put up a sign if there wasn't a proper walkway?
There's all that construction.
We didn't
First
see
of
any.
all, he's just blaming Terry when it was a group decision for us to walk.
The
Because the
buses were
line
full,
for the bus was so long.
and
Yeah,
there's a
that's-
long line. We just talked about how long the bus ride was, and we're like, by the time we wait in this line and wait for these buses and then take the bus ride, we could walk. And because
And I
we
got-
Google mapped it with a walk thing, and it said, what, 12 minutes?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
And
well, that's a,
Are we going
that's
to
a slow
insert a
walking
clip
mile.
of Jason recording us
I was
walking?
gonna say I have that
cemetery?
video.
We've been walking for 40 minutes because she, right there, said we could walk to Terra Nova, Terra Luna from Epic Universe. And we walked all the way around Stella Nova.
But the path said that it went to Terra Luna as well, but we couldn't find the other path other than walking to the road, and we're going past cops.
And there's alligators there.
And there's alligators.
So we try to give Terry as a sacrifice, but she's too fast right now. And yeah, so if you don't see us tomorrow via text message, we have died. Come find us. There's
Yeah.
some cops here, so we might die next to them.
Yeah.
Jason Blair Witch just walking through there.
Yeah. So we
But I never felt unsafe. I will say
Same.
the location and walking through that part of Orlando never felt unsafe. Never felt
Until I
like
started calling the gators to come get Terry.
that was
and
one of
it was
the
never
things.
walking by the gator ponds, and that's gators and not people. But I never felt unsafe from people walking. And it
I don't
was
know.
late
That
at night. and
crosswalk,
everything.
though, was something. They didn't give you a lot of time to cross that crosswalk.
You're froggering across there.
Like 6 lanes and gave you 20 seconds to cross it.
It was
Micah
not a
goes-
lot of time.
Micah goes running across.
Yeah.
And me and Terry are just like, if we get hit, we get hit. Whatever. It's not the worst thing that happened at Universal this week.
You're probably like one of the first couple people to walk that, because who's gonna want to walk to
They had-
Terra Luna?
Okay, after opening
It's not
Epic and
advertised as a
closing
walkable
Epic,
path.
It's
No,
not. They don't
not.
recommend it,
Yeah.
So
but you
Here's
But
can.
you
the
guys
thing.
did it.
we did it.
There's a sign that literally has it pointing to
The wrong
Stella Nova
direction.
and Terra Luna. There's literally a sign, though, pointing on the walking path.
So if you're doing the walk, which like I said, we don't necessarily recommend it so much,
No.
don't go straight. The sign says Terra Luna, Stella Nova, go straight. You take that right hand turn on that sidewalk because you're going to end up having to walk all the way around Stella Nova, backstage, and then come back out on the main
Yeah,
road.
we met a guy who was getting
We-
off his shift and like go into his car in employee parking because we had to walk through the employee parking lot.
By all the dumpsters.
Yeah, it was
We
great.
did.
And that's
And
soon after that is when I made the video of we're going to die.
I could have
Because-
just Ubered.
We should have.
we
We
wouldn't
should
gone
have.
to the Uber lot to do that.
yeah,
though.
we were
Yeah,
we were at what we should have done is picked a spot and stopped like halfway
And
through the
then
walk
Ubered.
and called an Uber from there.
On the
that
side
would
of
have
the
been the
road.
smart thing. But we
Well, 'cause
weren't
I
the
remember-
only ones walking.
No,
I
we
will
got
say.
to the light, and I go, I know, like, that sign says like that. I was like, but I think we should go this way. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. And then we
I
walked
would have
straight.
followed my GPS.
Well, it was
not the
long. It said it was
signs.
going to be 2 miles for us to walk on the GPS. I was like, there's no way it's 2
ended
miles.
up
Yeah.
walking about 4 miles. So
It was not. It was less than
It took us
15
20
minutes.
minutes. It was only like a mile.
and it was great. Like we had fun doing it. We made fun of each other.
It wasn't that hot.
It wasn't. I wouldn't recommend if you're tired of walking and opening the park and closing the
But
park.
we did,
adding another
though.
mile
Yeah,
on
we-
top
we
of
did
that if you're
exactly.
not used to exercising and
We
walking
did
normally.
open and close the park, though.
Yes.
Okay, so let's backtrack one day. Rachel unfortunately didn't join us for the Universal stuff. There was a miscommunication at the beginning of the day. We didn't meet up with all the agents. Met up. We just went off on our own to the three of us.
We thought it was like a free for all
Yeah,
event. Like
Well, then we
not
met up with some
everyone was
people
meeting
later,
up.
though.
yeah. So we ended up meeting meeting up with like Allison and Siobhan every now and then. We met up with Denise and Julie for a little bit. So it was all in crossing, but we just had fun. So we had to get Starbucks first because
The girls.
the girls wanted it. So
That's
we
actually a really good tip because the coffee places in the Universal resorts are always very busy first thing in the morning with everyone trying to get their coffees before.
And you can't
And
order
if you
ahead.
do, and you can't order ahead there. But if you go into the one on City Walk, like literally Terry and I were the only people in line when we got in there to order our
Yeah.
coffee. So like we had no wait. Our coffees are ready pretty quick. Sometimes you can pre-order there. I think depending on staffing, they might have mobile
Mhm.
order. From what someone else told us they mobile ordered, but like we barely waited like for our coffee there. And then after us, there was a decent amount of people that came in, but still a shorter wait than getting the coffee in the hotel lobby.
Say it's a much shorter wait that I've ever had on Main Street in Disney
Mhm.
World.
Yeah,
I want a Cinnabon.
Oh,
That's what I
so
want.
good.
I just want the middle of it.
Yes.
The
it's
soft,
the
ooey
really
gooey.
soft.
Just
Just sell the middle.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go into the Cinnabon, but now it's just a little
Kiosk.
cart. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, it's a butterbeer store now instead, but so that's a little
Yeah.
bit better, I guess. So you don't have to go in the park. We started in IOA, didn't we, in Islands,
Yeah.
and then went to Hogsmeade.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what we did. Oh, we did wand stuff.
We did. We kind
Yeah.
of did wands because Hagrid's was delayed and it was also early entry. So we were not rushing since we had Express Pass. So there was no rush to get on Hagrid since we were able to do that. And we did wands. I'm trying to remember the first ride we rode with Terry. It wasn't Forbidden Journey.
No, it wasn't because we went back for Forbidden Journey after Hagrid's.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it was the first ride the train over
No, we had to do.
No,
Did
we
we
did
do something?
Spider-Man. We did
Oh, that's right.
Spider-Man. That's
We
right.
made a lap around the park. That's what we did. So we
Yeah.
got there, did some stuff with the wands, and then did a lap around the park, just kind of let Terry get a feel for Universal, and then we rode Spider-Man.
We stopped at Velocicoaster, tried to convince Terry that it's
To go
not
on
as
it.
bad as it looked,
It's not as bad as it looks.
and she would
So
not take
fun.
it.
Did
So
you do
we started-
Hagrid's?
Yeah.
Ew.
We did that loop. What do you think of Spider-Man, Terry?
Spider-Man was fun. I'm trying to think about what Spider-Man did.
I
I've
just
never
remember
been on
Terry's
like-
Spider-Man.
Transformers in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It was, and I was kind of worried when they said that because I remember Transformers in Hollywood being really herky-jerky, and I was kind of like, it was an okay ride, but not my favorite. Spider-Man was much better than Transformers. Like the back and forth and everything was not as, I don't know what the difference in the track is, if it's kind of built the same way, but it was way more smooth. So I really enjoyed that. That was really fun. I don't
Remember
think
what
there
our
was a
second
ride I
ride
didn't
was?
enjoy.
Hmm?
Our second ride was Cat in the Hat.
It was.
Yes.
I love that little train.
It was
No,
No,
we didn't do the train. We did
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat.
What's the Cat in the Hat ride?
Cat in the
Like
Hat.
you're going through the story of
Dark
Cat in
ride.
the Hat.
It's like
On the
Secret
right
Life of
when you
Pets
first
in
went in.
Hollywood.
Kind
She
of,
hasn't been
yeah.
to Hollywood.
Oh, no, I
When
don't
you
You're
come
like
know
the
that
into
little-
one.
land,
I went
it's
on the
on
little
the right.
train. That one's fun. You can see the
We
whole
talked
land.
about it. The wait was like 25 minutes or something like that. I'm
Mhm.
like, whatever the express pass is still not worth it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
we
walking
rode
up
that.
all the
And then we did
That's when
the
we-
train over. Then
Yeah.
we kind of moved over to studios. But my favorite thing was every time we would ride something, because Universal, it loves their screens and also their effects, and water would spray us, and Terry's like, not the water again.
There's literally water on every ride. I was like, why is this their only effect?
So we went over to Universal proper, and then we were in Diagon for a while. We did some more magic stuff with Terry. Terry had to get her wand connected to her app because no one
Yeah.
could figure it out. We finally, like
There's
Michael was telling us to do a certain way, and we did, but then we didn't do it the whole way or something like that. I don't know. Michael was right.
Yes.
Because we
I'll
went
take
to
it.
the team member, and she was like, "You do this," and Mike's like, "See, I told you."
For the new, what are they called? New generation wands?
Yeah, the Gen 2s.
There's a QR code on the box or something like that to scan on your phone to connect it. Do that while you're in the room if you get it before you go to the park, or do that because the other way is to connect it with the Bluetooth, and you have to twirl it just right at the top of your phone and twirl it
In
like
the
a
right
certain
spot on the
spot
wand.
for the right speed. You can't like whip it. You can't, it has to be a twirl motion. And like the girl that
Whip
helped
it
us
good.
did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like,
In 5
don't worry,
seconds.
this is not the first time I've done this. Like, but it's the three of us worked on it for how many hours? Probably an hour or so before we found her. And she was like,
Mhm.
it's just like this. And it worked. But
Yeah, right away.
she said the
It's
QR
because she
code,
was a
if you-
wizard or a
Yeah.
witch, whatever the girls are, witches.
Yeah.
Then we got on what was it? Gringotts.
We went to Men in Black. We left Diagon Alley
Yeah,
because it was
Green Dot
delayed.
was delayed. We got our
Mhm.
ice cream.
That's
Butterbeer
right.
ice cream.
At 10 a.m.
Yes, which
What
is
is
And
your
that's where we
thoughts on
ran
butter?
into. That's
What's
where we ran
Rachel's
into
thoughts on butterbeer
Denise.
ice cream?
I
Yeah,
don't
we
like
ran into
butterbeer.
Denise and Julie. So at one of the shops there, and they were
Yeah.
also eating ice cream at 10 a.m.
so we felt fine.
Yeah.
That sounds like something my mom would be doing.
It was delicious.
No, but I don't like butterbeer.
I don't know how. How do you
Not
not
even
like
the frozen one.
It's butterscotch. I don't like it.
I like the frozen one.
Nah. Mason and Andy got them when we were in Epic, and then me and Scarlett went and got the lavender lemonades.
Oh, see, I didn't try that. Was it good?
I love that. Yeah, it's so good.
So then we went to Men in Black. I made the high score.
You,
Woohoo.
Jed.
Yeah.
Never been on that ride either.
I whooped some butt on that.
But here's the thing, Universal had just opened, and then the ride was delayed when we first walked up, and I was standing there finishing my ice cream, and then the ride opened back up. So we went and got in line, and we had Express Pass, so like we literally walked straight on the ride, and we had no one in the car across from us, so we weren't actually battling anyone in those moments.
It was
You're a
great.
liar, Jason. You make it sound like you were so much better than you actually were.
I mean,
I
he had the
was better
highest
than
score
those
out of the
two.
three of us.
Out of the three of us, he did have
Yeah.
the highest score.
I had like
Yeah.
400 some points.
You act like you had like the highest score of like the hour or something.
I probably did because no one was getting on the ride. There's no way to
Possibly.
tell. But that was fun. Like I forget how much I like that ride because I don't go on it often. It's out in the back. It's kind of forgotten about. I do think they need to kind of give it some love, but knowing Universal, they'll probably tear it down in a few years and build
Do
something new.
else.
Is this when we met up with Allison? No, they went to go eat, didn't they?
Hold on.
No, we went to E.T.
We went to ride ET. That's right.
Jason's favorite ride, which happens to be the most Disney ride at Universal. For the guy who loves Universal more than Disney, it looks like Disney. It smells like Disney.
What, E.T.?
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You think that looks and smells like Disney?
It smells like the Navi River ride.
It smells great. It smells like Soarin'.
And then all the lights and everything that go off while you're in there.
Now,
It's like-
it doesn't have
and
the
it
Disney
feels like
thing,
Peter Pan, the way you're flying through there.
Yeah, that one part.
but the animatronics are
Horrible.
We rode it
like
two
the,
times.
Like, just
Two.
it's so like 90s.
It's kind of what makes it great, though, is that
I
it's
know.
it's like, did they do that on purpose?
Did he
or
say
is
your
it
name at the end?
Yes, they did.
Mika?
I was Mika.
That's why I was supposed to say Mika.
Mika.
Yeah.
Mika.
So the next time we went through,
Cherry.
because we wrote it twice, I said Monica because I didn't want my name to be said wrong.
I think Andy said like Jebediah one time.
God.
Yeah, as long as it's not like a trademark or copyrighted name, you can use it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go and say, my name is Batman. They're not going to let you say that. But if you want to say your name is Zachariah, go for it. I saw somebody that was like trying to make food names so that his name was something, his wife's name was something, or his friend's name was something.
Oh, and
And
they
it would come
and they
together
have
to be
to
a
scan
good
those
food.
cards in the right way to get it to say it at the end.
It was like La and Sonia were their names.
Lasagna.
For like lasagna.
That's funny.
Sonia.
That's fun.
So, I
It's like
figured that might be
after-
kind of funny.
After ET, what did we do? Is that when we met up with people to go see the show?
I think that is. I think because
Mhm.
they came over and we were heading to ET and they were eating at Leaky Cauldron. So when we
Mhm.
all met up, we went to the horror makeup show, which you had done
Horror
before.
makeup.
Or which we were in the express line,
And
first in the express line.
me and Micah had already decided that we were getting Terry on that stage. Right then, it was like, this is Terry's moment to be front and center. She's going to be up there. So when they opened up the doors, where did we sit? Front and center of that stage.
Front
so that
row, right in the middle.
Terry in the middle of us. And when they came out, we're like pointing at Terry. Sarah,
Who else was back there?
Allison,
Allison,
Courtney, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Because
Was that the only
Jennifer
four?
the one?
Actually,
Didn't they pick Jennifer? She went on
they
stage.
ended up
Yes.
picking
She's
Jennifer.
the one that she was perfect.
Because we were all pointing at Terry, and he was like, I need to pick somebody who doesn't want to be picked and isn't making eye contact. And he
Yeah.
pointed straight to Jennifer. And I got
Jen's
great
quiet.
videos since I was in the front row. I got great videos of her up there. But Terry did get picked when the guy first comes out, and he asked Terry for mouth to mouth because he was
Yeah.
dying.
Oh, I did remember this story. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
that was,
again,
was-
more water.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He sprayed you with water because his heart was
More water.
bleeding. Yes. It was a great show. If no one's
But
ever
it-
watched it,
It was really great. I was telling my husband, I was like, when you don't know what to expect, so you're just kind of like, this will be fun, kind of thing. It exceeded expectations.
Did you do the Bourne show?
no, we did not.
No.
We talked about it, but we just decided to go back over to Iowa to do some of
Such a good
the other
show.
nighttime stuff over there.
Well, I
And I
think it's because
agree, we mentioned it.
we had met up with Allison. So it was Allison and Ashley were hanging out with us
Yeah.
after that, because then Jennifer, and Heather Kalia was there with us too. So we all went over to ride Mummy. So we rode Mummy. We got Terry on Mummy. We got Terry on so many like bigger
did
rides
Mummy?
that she,
Yeah, she did Mummy,
she
but she
did.
wouldn't do Velocicoaster.
I can't even remember
doesn't go
Mummy right
upside
now. I'll be
down.
honest.
But then we kind of split off from there, and then Ashley and Allison hung out with us, and Jennifer, Heather, and Courtney went off, and Sarah had went off for something else. Like, so we did kind of start to split off again, and then we rode ET again.
And we went back to the front of the park where we played Minion Mayhem.
Oh, that's right.
No, Villain's Blast. Sorry, Villain's Blast. Where I
Villain's Blast.
was number 17 for the day on the
He took a
scoreboard.
picture.
And did. I was very proud. That's the first time I made the scoreboard
See,
on it.
When Andy was on it, because he's like a gunny, he's
He's at attention
Like-
the whole time.
And it doesn't aim that way because of the LiDAR on it's off.
I know.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm always having to readjust.
yeah, but he's literally holding it like
My arms get so tired on that ride holding
They
up that dang
do.
gun.
I don't know how he held it up like that the whole time.
he's a
know.
big dude.
He's tall, right? Isn't your
Yeah,
husband
yeah.
tall?
He's 6'3".
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
He's got
I think
almost a
that,
whole foot on me.
he has a whole foot on me. I'm 5'3". He is 6'3".
5'4". So he's got almost a whole foot.
did the Wicked store for a little bit. All y'all girls had to go run around. and do
Yeah.
Linda and-
That definitely wasn't.
And they have great
my-
costume displays. Like, even if you're not into Wicked, like the store, you don't buy anything. They do have a lot of the great costumes and props and stuff on display.
I
They
like
look
the
really cool.
I like the show. I like the movie, but that store's a one and done for me because I didn't
Yeah.
care for that. So.
Yeah, and that's
then
when we
we-
made the decision. I think that's when Allison and Ashley kind of split off from us, and that's when we did the Villain
Yeah, we-
Con.
Yeah, we
right?
did VillainCon and then we did Green Gots because they met back up with us after Green Gots.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then we all decided to walk over back to Iowa instead of ride the train again, because the wait for the train was kind of long, and we were already at near the front of the park. So we just walked it. That's the beautiful thing about being at Universal,
Yeah.
and islands, because it's like at Disneyland, where you can walk from California Adventure across. It's such an easy way to jump from one park to the other.
You kind of forget it's two separate parks
Mhm.
at a
Biggest
certain
down-
point.
Yeah, biggest downside though is the construction with the Rip Ride does extend both sides of the walkway, so that is a hot little walk. And when you're
Mhm.
walking that way, because of all the walls, it reminded me a lot of Epcot and Animal Kingdom later in the trip when
Mhm.
all those construction walls are all around.
Yeah.
But that's when we went back. We did more Harry Potter stuff, right? We didn't.
Yeah.
We got in line for Hagrid's, even in
Yeah,
the
'cause
express line.
That's why we went back over there, was because Hagrid's finally reopened because
Mhm.
it'd been going off and on all day. So we finally made it back there. Rode that. Got Terry on that one.
The
Mhm.
express line that's probably the only one we like, waited in,
Yeah,
and it
because
like rained and the sun beamed down at
Yeah, we were
different
getting-
points during that wait, so it was like super duper hot.
Mhm.
Then you're like trying to not stay in the rain. It was very steamy, but it was worth it. It was good.
I got front row on that one. That was
you
great.
did, because he was our single rider. There was 5 of us, so he was the single
Nice.
rider, and they put him in the front row.
Which we didn't mention. Gringotts, we got the very back row, which then as soon as we started going, because if you don't know, the very back row on Gringotts gives you the biggest drop on the ride.
Mhm.
And as soon as the cart started to tilt forward, I hear Terry just yell, "Jason, you can go to hell."
It was
wasn't
really
as bad
funny.
as I thought it was going to be, but
That's great.
I know once we got down and we got around the corner, I
Yeah.
go, and that's the worst of it, is what I told her. I'm
Yeah.
like, now it's like a lot more like screens and like a little bit of like roller coastery things, but that was the worst of it.
Gringotts was the prettiest queue that we went through, though. Like, as far as like the set design and just like it was huge. And as someone who doesn't watch Harry Potter, doesn't really know, I know Gringotts is a bank, right?
Mhm.
It was just so overwhelming. I mean, it's so immersive and pretty, and like up the stairs and down the stairs, and it was beautiful.
I will say they have started doing something like they did with Tron and what they did with Wing Gliders over on Epic. They're separating the parties by number. So if you have odd
Even and
number, you
odd.
go up one staircase.
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah.
that.
That helped out a lot. When we made it to that area, I was like, whoa, this thing's really long. But then we got to the person and we're like, we have 3. So that we went toward the single rider entrance. They gave us a single rider, and we went up that way. We didn't wait that long at all.
And if anyone's ridden that, usually when you do single rider, they have you go up the stairs and wait at the top. Now they're having the single riders wait at the doorway at the bottom. And then, like, when we walked up as a party of 3, they paired a single rider with us to then go the rest of the way through the line.
And I told that person, I was like, "Hey, we're getting the very back row because we want that drop." And it was cool. Like he
And
was
he
cool
goes,
with
I
it.
hope it's worth the wait because I've been waiting a while.
Yeah.
So and it was like the next train is what we had to wait for, which was fun.
Yeah.
Back over to Hagrid's. What'd you think of Hagrid's over there, Terry?
Hagrid's is great. It was
Did
fun.
you do the bike or did you do this?
Michael
Made her
was
do
nice
the
enough
bike.
to let me have the bike since she had done it before she was the sidecar. It was great. Had so much fun. Actually showed my little one the POV of it the other day because we were talking about mapping out for our trip. And I was like, I think this will be your favorite. You know, I was like, of all the Harry Potter rides, I think that because he loves roller coasters, I was like, this one I think will be your favorite because it's more thrilly than the other ones are. So I loved it.
And I tried
Better
to be a
than
good
Ministry of
friend and
Magic.
warn her about the drop that comes.
She
So
did.
I did. I leaned over. I was like, hey, like, this is getting ready to happen. And she was like, okay.
Did you push the purple button though?
You're
Oh, so
supposed to.
that's why we didn't go as fast. You didn't push the button.
I'm sure that controls everything.
It does.
Jason's
You were
in the front
okay
row,
going
so his should
backwards?
have.
Yeah, I did push.
Yeah.
Mine.
Okay. The backwards is what gets me.
No one told me I was going to go backwards, so I had no choice but to go with it.
We tried
I
not to
can't
tell her
say
too
on
much.
here what she said when we got to the part where we started going backwards. So she definitely was like, oh, as we did not realize what we were going to do.
I'll tell you this, the going backwards was nothing, and we'll talk about it in the next podcast, as the takeoff on Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
That one almost got me.
Really?
I
We
felt
got
everything
Terry
like
on
it
Rock and Roller Coaster.
came up to here. Like my
No.
stomach was fine, and it was like it just kept going. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, this isn't that bad. And then you have to see the picture. The picture is terrible. My face is feeling it.
So we're still with Ashley and Allison at this point. We did go in and get another butterbeer or
Yeah.
a butterbeer
Did you put the
because
fireball in it?
the fire whiskey that we cannot do, but we did.
We did not.
We would never
in
do
there.
that.
You didn't do
Mm-mm.
it. Okay.
No.
Got it.
Never.
But you bought the fireball with or
We bought
whatever
them
you want to call it.
separately.
fire whiskey.
Bought them
yeah.
Right, and
separately. Got it.
sipped the fire whiskey separate
You-
from the butterbeer.
Yeah, that's always you want to put them together in your mouth and mix them up. Never put them in the drink together. That will get you banned from the park. It's a liquor license thing with Universal. They're very strict on it. So make sure you drink with both ways. We had to finish that before we got on
Forbidden
Forbidden
Journey.
which
Unless
had
I was
like
dizzy
no
getting
weight.
off that ride
Yeah.
because
I don't
we
go
drank
on-
our butterbeer very quickly.
Did Terry you go on that?
Oh yeah, I love it. That's my
I
favorite.
went on it in
I can't go
Hollywood
by
too.
it.
So
Yeah. I went
Yeah,
twice
okay.
in Hollywood by myself. 'Cause
I
my
get-
husband went once and he's like, nah, I'm not doing that again. He's like you.
there's
Not
a
having it.
I got to teach him a little thing because at the end there's a little spiel where Dumbledore says, "Don't forget to get your stuff out of the compartment, or Filch will take it." And there's actually a little compartment in the seat that you can pull down and put stuff in and close, and you sit down. So that's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Then we went.
Because I was going to say, Allison and Ashley did not ride that with us. They split off from us after
Yeah.
Hagrid's. We rode that because they went shopping.
They came back for Velociraptor
Velocicoaster, yeah.
or
And so
Velocicoaster.
Terry FaceTimed her family while the four
Yes.
of us went through the express line for Velocicoaster.
Me
And
and
I
Micah-
showed them as they were going overhead. Like, well, not them particularly. I wish I could tell who was who, but. And
yeah,
so my family's very excited for when they go to ride Velocicoaster.
we got done with the ride and we're sitting at the right before they let you off. And I look at Micah and we're like, we should have yelled Terry when we went over because she was sitting right under the track.
Where you do the
Yeah.
upside down part. Also,
So-
the best part of that was we meant to send Terry a text when we were getting on the ride, but we were excited and forgot. And we literally, as we're getting ready to take off in that first thing, I was like, oh, we didn't text Terry. Here's Jason trying to text Terry from his watch, and then he's going on the roller coaster. And it was
And it
just one
doesn't-
long word of gibberish.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, it was funny though. Watching him over there trying to ride the ride, and he's just
Did you know Sarah lost her glasses?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how she ended up with us.
Like her legitimate.
Yes, you couldn't
I don't
see.
know why she kept them on the ride because they tell you not to have anything. I don't wear sunglasses or anything on Velocicoaster.
I think after that though, it started looking like dark. So we
Mhm.
ended up just leaving.
We rode
And going
Kong
back.
on the way out.
Yeah. And it started raining. Remember, we beat the rain at the bus. Like we got to the buses in time for the rain. I think we got
Mhm.
back to the hotel too.
Yes.
And then that was that for the day.
We took it easy kind of for that first, like Terry's first day in the parks. Like we still did a lot and saw a lot of things, but didn't like rush and be like, we have to ride every single ride.
Yeah,
And
I feel like you guys got a lot in.
that's
I
one
was gonna say,
reason
I
when
think
we
for
talked to
seasoned people, it was not a busy day. I think for normal people, it's a pretty stacked day. Because, like, I would have for sure taken way more time in the park without you guys, not knowing my way around and just like, oh, let's go here, then here. But y'all knew like the layout was like, oh, this is like Men in Black never has a line. So while we're waiting for this, let's go get on Men in Black and knock that out and come back.
and we didn't do like a proper sit down lunch like everybody else did. We went and had one of the foot
Half
long
a hot
hot
dog.
dogs from one of the kiosks across from Jimmy Fallon, which was good. It was fine. It was what we needed.
I'm going to complain that my hot dog cost $3 more than Jason's because he left and
No.
went and sat down and I didn't use his discount for it.
I was the discount hoe the entire trip.
He was.
Someone's got to be.
Like there was a point where, and it was an epic. Micah was ordering something, and next thing all I feel is my lanyard go.
Lanyard.
because She's
Where'd you
grabbed-
get his code on the back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just trying to hold it up so I could get a picture. And I was like, wait, it's dark. Go towards the light. As soon as we got to the light turned off.
So anytime we went and did anything, it was like, Jason, come over here. So
But then there was
that was
sweet, sweet Daphne, who
Yeah, so
after
let's-
I literally just grabbed the lanyard to take a picture and she goes, hey, Jason, could I also use your code? Like just being like really sweet and friendly. He's
Super
like,
nice.
yeah, here you go.
She's so southern.
so
too.
kind and sweet.
Yeah.
So that night we made it back to the hotel. I don't think we ate at the hotel, didn't we? We just because us three went over there and ate, and because that
We
was
ate
the night
that night. What did we get that night?
we ate in the hotel,
I ate
Mhm.
pizza from the room. I was
and that
so
was the night
tired.
that like a lot of the agents went over to Helios.
That's where I
right, for
was.
dinner. And we were
Yeah.
gonna go. We made a reservation to go, but then it was Terry's first and only day in the park, and we didn't want to.
I think we're trying
cut
to squeeze
short.
everything in. That looked like rain, and
Yeah, dinner was nice. It was good. I
it
would
looked
definitely
super
eat there
nice.
again.
It was
The menu
Italian,
looked
right?
really good.
I had a burger. But yeah, a lot of people had pasta.
Mhm.
So yeah.
It looked like the restaurant looked beautiful. The
Yeah,
pictures
like
you
the
guys took, the food
aesthetics.
looked good,
Yeah, the drinks were great.
and you
I will
guys
say-
Ubered, right?
What?
Did you Uber?
Yes.
You could have had a Tesla.
We were in the parks.
I know. She could have texted me and said, "Hey, can I use the Tesla?" I could have given her a key.
Oh, because that's the night we
Yeah.
had to switch rooms. So then when we first got there, Terry had to change out her keys, if I remember correctly.
But yeah, I will mention that. Like that's the worst thing about Universal and staying back to back in those rooms is like Disney when we were there in June for the training. I was like, "Hey, I have back to back reservations." Like, okay,
Uh-huh.
and my Magic Band worked the entire time.
Mhm.
Every morning, we had to get up and go get a new key for
Yeah,
our
'cause it was a
different
new
reservations.
reservation.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
that first day, that Saturday we went for HHN, we had one key. I had to go down and get a new key Sunday. Then I had to go back down Wednesday and get a new key. And I ended up
Yeah,
with
I
like
mean,
8
think
keys.
about it. Disney has it where you can link up the reservations in the app, and then it links to your Magic Band. You can't do that for Universal.
But I don't understand why Terra Luna couldn't do what Cabana Bay did. So when the next day, then we're literally switching hotels going to Cabana Bay. Or no, that was 2 days because we had Epic the next day. When we switched to Cabana Bay, when I checked in, Jason's room was ready. But when I checked in, she goes, here's your keys. We'll text you your room number. I go, why couldn't Terra Luna had done that? Like given me keys and then then the next day
I
it
had
just
that
works.
happen. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had that happen.
And I was like, well, that's convenient when we get back late from our Disney day that we literally, where Jason was able to park, like that was right at our building and we could go straight up to our rooms.
Unless
But
it was like a training, like a disconnect.
That's what I was
maybe.
wondering if it was
Because
like
it's
the
got- it's-
employee just didn't know exactly.
Yeah, it's all like
how to
the
do
same
that.
system across like the hotel reservations. It's probably just a training disconnect.
The girl that we had, at least that I know me and Micah had,
Mm-hmm.
was phenomenal because she took care of everything right then. It was like, oh, let's go ahead and take care of your incidentals. Let's go ahead and take care of the parking for everything. So I didn't have to come down and do everything every morning. I just had to come back down and get the key. So that made it a lot better that I didn't have to
Yeah.
deal with waiting in
So
long.
shout out to Leah from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina at Terra Luna. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she was great.
For our, we love Leah.
Let's go back a little bit before going to Epic, just to like bring Rachel a little bit more into the conversation. Bar 17 at Aventura was our first dinner night
Uh-huh.
where we had to take We rode. We all hopped in the Tesla and rode over to Aventura and ate and had a great time up there. I think that's a great atmosphere.
It was
I do.
beautiful up
The
there.
views are great.
Beautiful.
As y'all all know, I'm a picky eater. So the food wasn't like,
Food. I love those bao buns.
so
Mhm.
I thought the potatoes were so good. I ate so many
Yeah,
potatoes.
those potatoes were good too.
it made up because Daphne came and gave me her tickets for alcohol. And I'm like, I'm the driver.
He's like, I drove.
It's
Yeah,
like,
but your
"Then the
Tesla drives
can
itself.
drive home."
Mhm.
Which would have been a bad mistake
I was gonna say the same
finding
thing.
out because we did have to do a U-turn to get.
We did. Yeah, but I didn't drink. I could have drove.
It was fun though, just riding around that.
But we got me and Micah.
I showed that to my husband and son, and they were like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like,
We were-
"We
You
were
did it
having
in
fun,
public? Oh my
You had a
God.
partner to do it with you. It was great.
Yeah.
and you
You were
hadn't
the
had
only
any
one.
alcohol."
We
I didn't have any alcohol.
I have a light show on my car that plays the Jack Sparrow, the Captain song.
Still fun. Maybe we'll
We
insert a clip, Terry, of Rachel and I having fun.
We had everybody
Jason.
agent wise sitting in the parking deck
Recording
watching
us.
my car do this light show, and then Rachel's over here all dressed up running through the parking garage like Jack Sparrow, and Micah joins her, and it's crazy, and there's people trying to get out, and they're like, what are these idiots
What are
doing?"
these people
I
doing?
don't care.
It's like they
I didn't-
rehearsed it, like they'd done it before, and they
I didn't even
just
care.
So
fell
that
in
was,
with
just
each
fun.
other.
that was fun. Then the
The
next
dancer
day,
and Rachel came out because I'm like, she's like, no, hold on, and she puts
It's
my
like
hands
5,
down.
6, 7, 8.
She did.
Gotta do it on cue.
putting everybody in the Tesla was great because of riding around and then having Micah
My
and Terry
God.
trying to figure out how to use my back screen and
We
play
did a
music.
pretty good job in the
We
limited
hooked
amount of
up
time
my
we had to
hotspot
connect
to
your
your Tesla.
Bluetooth, and I mean, it was.
We were trying, and I'm so
To
glad
not
that we
know we were
messed up your
doing-
algorithm, and now you're hearing Golden from
Yeah, I
K-pop
heard
Demon
Golden
Hunters.
on TikTok like for the next 3 days.
And Heather loved it too. So
She did. The three of us in the back, we're having a great time.
It was fun. And then we sped around a little bit. You know, might have done a few illegal things, but
It was all legal.
yeah,
not the speed passing.
Listen, I got 2 speeding tickets in 2 months when I was 18.
bless your insurance.
I didn't get any points. It
Good.
was fine.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I got a ticket, so I wasn't worried. I was just having fun. The next day we did training, but we did Twosomes, my least favorite restaurant in.
Yeah, but you
Universal.
had a basic chicken
It was
sandwich.
so good.
Yeah, it was
Those
good. Don't
Brussels
get me wrong.
sprouts,
Like I was actually
Oh,
really,
those Brussels sprouts were so
they
good.
were so good.
that was.
ChatGPT the recipe.
You did.
That's how good they were.
Have you made them yet?
No, I would have had time. Good Lord, I've been eating bowls of cereal for dinner at night.
So I think the good thing about Twosomes and even Aventura was that it's the sitting down with other agents and just having fun and talking. 'Cause we don't see each other. Like we see each other like this on a fairly regular basis, but seeing the other agents that we don't, it's good to sit down and talk to them.
I just love that we gave tables the big
I was
chocolate
gonna say,
pieces
giving
of
away
cake.
those huge chocolate. Can you imagine being a kid and someone just walking up to your table and plopping down that huge slice
then-
of cake?
And
For
it was
some
his
tran-
birthday.
I know. I
That
mean,
was like
that's enough
perfect.
A little
makes your
transparency
vacation.
is that Universal paid for this. We had they had prearranged appetizers for us on the table when we walked in, and then we had a select menu, and then for dessert it was like a ginormous piece of chocolate cake.
But
It's like
there was
2
3
pounds of cake.
cakes
Yeah.
per table.
Yeah,
For 8
There was
people,
like-
3
Cakes.
slices of cake for 8 people per
Yeah.
but
table.
they were like 8-layer slices. I mean, it
Yeah.
was
They easily
huge.
weighed like 50 pounds. So it's
It was
like
huge.
we weren't going to eat all of it. We knew it. So
Yeah. It was Jerry.
we took one over to a family that was just behind us. It's like, hey, we have this extra cake. Do you want it? And they're like, yeah, sure. And it was the kid's birthday. So it made
And
it
they
all like,
devoured that cake.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
not much left.
And then the niece's table did the same thing.
They stole our idea.
Yeah. But she got a high off of it because then she went to the other table of agents and tried to steal their cake, but they had already eaten both.
They
Off
ate
of
off
the
all
plate.
3 slices.
Yeah. So
Should have
couldn't hand that
shared a
one off.
slice.
The
But-
cake was good,
It
very
was
rich.
delicious. It was just
Very
a
rich.
lot of it. Like it did not need like 2 people per slice or however they decided it should be divvied up. I mean,
Right.
it was enough for the whole table.
It
1
was.
slice
Mhm.
was plenty.
very good. Like I said, Tootham is not my favorite, but that was a great atmosphere. I loved it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
Or
had
what?
drinks.
We had an
Mhm.
hour and a half in there, right? 2
That
hours?
was the pizza I ate
I
the
think it
next
was like
night.
2 hours.
It was 2
Yeah,
hours, and
and
then
Terry was taking every piece of leftover food. And when we were checking out of Terra Luna to go to Cabana Bay, it's like she's bringing all these to-go boxes.
I didn't want to be wasteful.
Did you eat them all? Did you like even
She
heat
did
anything
eat
up?
The
some of the
pizza
food,
was
she
the
did.
only. It was brie pizza. It was so good.
Oh, I didn't like that.
I loved it. It was like
Did you
sweet but
those Brussels?
savory.
Oh, those Brussels sprouts were
I think
so good.
Allison said the Brussels sprouts.
That room's gonna stink.
So our last day at Universal in the parks, at least we spent in Epic. Once again, this was Terry's first time in Epic. It was me and Micah's. It's been my third or fourth. So Micah had been before as well. Once again, Rachel, we hated that you had to leave on Wednesday. And
Someone has to run the business.
Can I interject here? Rachel had the best hack that I've seen, and I used it, and it's awesome. The scrunchie, wristband, lanyard. I took my little Harry Potter scrunchie, and I took the lanyard apart that we got for this for our
Training.
class, and I put it together, and then the lanyard broke, and then the lady showed me how to fix it in Universal, and she even bent my card so I wouldn't have to keep flipping them around. And having that thing on your wrist, I'm
So
a
much
big
easier.
neck person. Like, I don't like
Yeah.
anything really around my neck. And when it gets so hot, it just feels so much. So having all that on my wrist and
Perfect.
flip it around one way for Express Pass, and the other way has your. Do it. Everyone do that.
I am now a wrist person after this because I didn't like being drugged by my neck every time somebody wanted my discount.
Yeah, like everything's at arm's length, literally. Like you don't
We'll
have
just
to like
hold your
lean
hand
over
next
and
time.
swipe or anything. It's like it's right there at your wrist, and it's not too
Yeah.
dangly where it gets in the way of your
Mm-mm.
hand. So
No, I
props
just
to
typed
Rachel
in
for
like,
that one.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
I got
Jason.
that for a cruise.
I love it.
Terry, what was your thoughts on Epic since this was your first time walking in?
It's a beautiful park. It's a beautiful, beautiful park. I love the idea.
So out of the three, which one's your favorite? I mean, I know this is
Probably
like first time there, but I'll first
Probably-
impressions.
OG impressions or first time there.
Well, like which one's your favorite? I know it's your like after your first impressions of going to all three parks, which one's your favorite?
Probably the OG Universal because that's where Hogsmeade and everything is with Harry Potter.
No, Hogsmeade's in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one has
Forbidden Journey.
yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That's
Right.
Forbidden
on.
So I think so.
Journey, Hagrid's. It's just so immersive in the Harry Potter world that it's really hard to beat that. And then, I mean, obviously, then you have the train ride and you have Green Gots and everything over there with the flaming dragon. So that's hard to beat. And I don't want to like take anything away from Epic because Epic is beautiful in its own right. But I think it just needs some time to build up and kind of come to know itself.
I do think because I'll mention it here that Stardust was closed while we were there. The Death had closed the coaster for a
It
few
had been a
weeks.
week at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't get to experience it, and I think that also being in Celestial gives a lot of energy and on that
Mhm.
side of the park. So you're
Mhm.
seeing that go, and it's there. I'm not saying it would have changed your mind on that, but it is another element that you
Element.
didn't get.
What I would like to compare it to is like Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. And I feel like a lot of people, like, I love Magic Kingdom. Like, that to me is Disney. Like, that is, I don't feel at home till I walk down Main Street. But my kids, they're Hollywood Studios people. Like, they love it. And it kind of starts as not as big as Magic Kingdom, but now I feel like it almost has more to do sometimes if that's what you want to do. Like, if you don't want the kiddie rides, if you don't want all the fairs and the shows and the parades, my kids will spend 3 days in Hollywood Studios if they could, just riding because it's more thrill seeking. And so I kind of feel like that. It's like the competitive little brother to the big park. Like it's almost there. It's not way down here where you don't understand why anyone would ever go there. Not to be rude, but some people say that about Animal Kingdom. Like it's the forgotten park. Like you
But
don't.
it's the worst Disney
It's
park.
a half-day park. I don't think so, Micah, but I think like Hollywood Studios, I don't think anyone would say that's a half-day park. And I think
No,
that's the
I would
same
never
thing
say
with
that.
Epic. Is like it's the little brother that's keeping the big brother. Like you got to start keeping up now because there's somebody nipping at your heels. That's if you don't watch out, they're going to overtake you and be the big guy on campus.
See,
think
I like that Epic. I can people watch in it, and I can like get
Yes.
food and sit and enjoy the atmosphere. Where I feel like I can't do that at Universal
We
Studios.
said that so many times that it should be open to like midnight. It's just such a.
Yeah.
It's so much more beautiful at night.
Well, the
Oh my
Right.
god!
fact that
Yeah.
it was open
Yeah.
till 10 p.m., which is great.
Mhm.
And the other parks are closing at 6 and 7 o'clock, even with no HHN going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Those are
That
beautiful
was
parks.
weird.
I like every park at night. I just think lights make everything. There's no heat from the sun. Lights make everything prettier. I love like when Disney changed magic hours to morning instead of evening, unless you're in a deluxe. I was so mad because I remember staying out till like 1 a.m. in Magic Kingdom, like riding things, and it's so pretty. It's a whole different atmosphere at night. Like I don't want to wake up 2 hours early to go in the park earlier. Like I need that sleep that I didn't get. So
let's run through Epic real fast. We did almost every attraction. We didn't do fire drill. We didn't do.
Oh, I liked Fire Drill. I thought that was cute, but I got soaked.
That's why we didn't do it.
It was we
Yeah.
walked past it as we were
And we
walking
didn't
out.
do Dragons Racers Rally.
Right, and then of course
Yeah,
Star
I didn't do that either.
or Yoshi.
Right.
I did Yoshi, and I was like, why did I get on this?
I think we would have done it if the wait time was low enough.
we
but it
would
was
have
20
express
minutes.
passes, but yeah.
You did have Express Pass? Or you
No,
didn't?
we didn't. And that's why we had to knock a
See,
lot
I
of them
did it
out.
with Express. Yeah.
Just because they had long lines and we wouldn't have done a lot if we would have waited in line.
So that morning for breakfast, before we got in the park, Micah took all of our express passes that we had left over from the day before.
Did
for
you give them to
Universal.
people?
Yeah, she
Mhm.
ran
Oh,
around and
good.
gave them to people in the
So I found
restaurant.
a set of grandparents with their grandson who was turning 12. They were there for his birthday, and it was their last days in the park. And Grandpa hugged me and cried because they said it just made the day so much better.
I just got chills.
Which I literally so we were scoping it out, and Ashley and Allison did that the night before. They were giving those
Yeah.
away. They found two moms with two daughters checking into the hotel and was able to give them express passes. And these were only good for Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. And anyone that knows me knows I don't mind to talk to anybody. So I had no problem walking up and asking people questions like,
Michael
are you
was
going to the
perfect for
regular
that.
parks today? How many days do you have left? How long have you been here? So when I asked them, literally Grandpa was like, I have chills. And he started crying. He gave me a hug. So then I walked around to a couple other tables because at this point we had 6 express passes to give away. So then I saw a mom with 2 sons counting cash on a table. And turns out what she was doing was counting to see if she had enough cash to get express passes for that day because her friends who were there got sick on the Monday and this was Thursday. And her friends were getting express pass that day, but they couldn't afford to do it. And she was counting her cash to see if they had
Are you
enough money.
serious?
So then I walked over and I was like, hey, are you guys going into the regular parks? And I asked them and the mom and the one son who was probably 15, 16 years old was like, really? Express pass? And I was like, and remember, Hagrid's is on there now. They're like, oh my gosh. They were so excited too. So then I gave them, it was also a family of 3, the express passes. So we
I
were
love
able
that.
to
I'm so happy.
gift them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so happy they went to people that needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Or
did talk to
couldn't
one
or
family.
couldn't
It was
have it otherwise.
Yeah, it was a big family that I didn't realize because it was just 3 people sitting at the table, but they were a group of 12 that were there. So they're like, fine, we're not going to do that because we're not going to take 3. But I'm glad, that I kind of that we were able to, we pulled it all together and was able to help 2 families have, a
Yeah.
more magical trip and just make it special for them.
Yeah, I hope that when they got there, we didn't give them the bad express
I had
pass.
mine numbered,
No,
so I knew which
definitely
ones I used.
threw that night when we got back from our park day, I threw that express pass in the trash. So I knew that it was the good
Denise
ones.
was like, make sure you use the same one on the same day
Yeah.
every day. So
Yeah.
I numbered them
'Cause
when I
you'll
got
mess
back
up.
to the room. So I made sure, like she said, I threw away the one that I used.
I just took 2 of them out because I knew we were just using one. But we don't say that to brag. We're just saying if you're
If you
there,
ever have anything left over you can't use, always pass it along to
Mhm.
a
There was
family.
there was food and water and stuff
Yeah.
by the elevators at the
I got a
hotel.
wild
yeah.
cherry Pepsi from
I think
one of
everyone
those
got a
things.
bottle of water when they were waiting for the elevator that morning.
So let's go back to Epic right quick. So the ride that I hadn't done that I got to ride was the
Versus the werewolf.
Versus the werewolf, yeah. And I was very disappointed in it because it didn't spin. And we tried
We
to get
tried
it where
so hard. We had Terry, and Terry did not even question this when we were in line for it. I was just like, hey, Terry, switch spots with Daphne. She's like, okay. And we were trying to put Terry and Jason opposite so that we would get the spin.
Jason would have the weight to spin
Yeah.
it.
But
You
it
want me
didn't
fat?
spin at all.
Compared
a very
to
tame
compared to
ride.
Terry.
compared to
Is
Terry,
there-
like a
Terry's a
little twig.
toothpick. Literally a
No, but-
toothpick.
It's a very tame ride. So I would say if you have a kid that's kind of scared of rides, it's a good introductory ride because it
Does
looks
it go
scary.
backwards though?
but
Like
it's
that's
not-
what I
I mean,
can't do.
Spinning, so you do.
Yeah, I
You
can't
could.
do that.
But we didn't even spin that much, I don't
We
think.
didn't.
I mean, and it's over in 30 seconds.
It's a
Andy
short
said
ride.
that he didn't spin either. And he
it's
had him with
not.
the 2 kids, and then
I mean,
there's another adult next to him because it was a single rider, and he's like, "I didn't
We
spin
were
either."
disappointed that we really didn't spin at all.
Because then we came out of Burning Blade later, I think right after that, and then we were just seeing people spinning like crazy.
I wonder if they have a safety mechanism set in to where, like, if the weight's off that much, that it's like it's actually not going to spin, so you don't spin too
I don't
much.
know.
We
Could.
had Courtney and Daphne with us, which made for a great time. Yeah, I got to know Courtney a little bit at the last training, and getting to know Daphne since she's new to the agency. It was fun, and it made for great conversations because we waited 2.5 hours for
No,
uh,
3
Ministry of
hours.
Magic.
3
3 hours.
hours for Ministry of Magic. It shut down while we were in there, but also it started to rain while we were in there, and it was the hottest part of the day, so we were okay.
It was 1 to 4 p.m. on a 95-degree day in Orlando.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
So
And
we
we
were
got
all
in
like,
line, and it was a 120-minute wait
yeah. So we only waited an hour more than what we expected to,
with the
I wouldn't do
shutdown.
it.
and I
The
did figure out
longest I've ever waited.
there are pie signs in front of the park that says that ministry is going to close early. It's not that it's closing early to the park; it's closing early to capacity.
Mm,
So if it's a 2-hour wait at 8 o'clock and the park closes at 10, they're going to close the line at 8 o'clock so that they can
that's
close
smart.
everybody. Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
usually it
Ta-
works where
but-
you can get in line at and be fine to get on the ride, but they'd
But
want to make
Rachel,
sure.
guess what the wait was at 9:30 at night when it closed at 10?
What, 4 hours?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I could go
The
one
wait went
extreme
from
to another.
120 minutes to 30 minutes, and I took a screenshot and sent it to Courtney, and I was like, maybe we should have waited to ride
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Literally, we waited 3 hours to ride it. Do I think that ride is worth a 3-hour wait? No, but we had people in
No.
line. Like, Courtney would wait in all the lines with us. She wanted to go through all the queues, even though she
Well,
couldn't
yeah,
ride everything.
Yeah, I love that they have the family rooms
Yeah. And she
because you're able
she
to
did that with
experience the
Monsters
queue.
Unleashed.
Yep.
Yeah. She loved that. She got her pictures. She waited in line. She said she was going to ride Ministry of Magic because she waited that long. Like, she knew when to close her eyes. Like, once we were in front of a screen, she sat next to Jason. Like, I could see her. She would close her eyes and then she would open them and then close them again.
I would
She
look
really,
over and be like, "Hey, you okay?"
uh-huh.
I love.
But yeah,
Courtney.
she was great. Like, it was fun between her and Daphne. Like, we all, like, how many, 5 of us, like, all just kind of, that was when we were getting tired, though, in the line for Ministry of Magic, because, like, it was fun having 5 people because we all kind of, like, rotated who we were talking to. Like, we kind of, like, moved around. But then there was a point where we all just on our phones and, like,
You
just
could have like a
scrolling.
30-minute time on your phone and other
Yeah.
people were talking, so you didn't feel like you were rude for not speaking because you were like one of 2 or 3 people.
We
So it
made a
was like
TikTok while we were in
everyone
line
kinda,
for
like,
Ministry
rotated
of
their
Magic.
time away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
Listen,
we went
you
to
can't be on all the time. Like, you got to
No.
decompress.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And
zone
like we
out.
went Micah and I went to the restroom and we were like, we're gonna, be so far ahead by the time we get back. They were not.
But they still moved
then we had-
enough to where we had to go through the line, and then Jason was yelling line jumpers as we were coming through
Yeah.
the line.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
I was
It's
like, we
great.
were with them. We were with them. Ask that ask that team member. We literally asked if we could leave to go to the bathroom, and he said yes, and we could come back in.
And it was early enough in the ride that by the time we got off, I had to use the restroom again because we had waited that long again. But it was very beautiful. I don't think it's worth a 3-hour wait. If anyone is questioning whether they should wait that long, I would say, unless you're a super duper Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling's fan, I don't think the ride is worth the wait.
It's fun, but not 3
Yeah.
hours fun.
I would probably wait. I think 120 was like my max to wait, but the only reason I was like, okay, we're doing it now was because it'd been 140, 150 the rest of the day, and it had finally
And like
dropped.
we had kind of ridden a lot of stuff already, and it was so hot. I think we had eaten lunch. It was right before lunch, right after lunch. So we were all just super hot. We had ridden what we wanted to ride, so it was like kind of a break almost, where we could just
We had time
It
to
was.
be in
digest.
air conditioning for
Yeah.
a couple of hours because it was super hot
And
that
a lot
day.
of the lines were actually less than what they were posted. Like, when we got there, because we didn't actually really ride anything during early entry other than Curse the Werewolf and Monsters Unchained. But those both had Monsters Unchained had
Both walk-ons.
a short wait the entire day. Like, it had no more than like a 30 to 40-minute wait the entire day. Curse the Werewolf was short. Wing Gliders said it was a
Some
20
40s. I
a
think
40-minute
40s
wait,
was
and we waited like 25. So a lot of the stuff had a lower wait than what it said, but Ministry was not that. It was long.
So yeah, that's like it was great. And then we ended our night with walking over to Terra Luna. But
We did. Beautiful rainbow while we were there that we got. We
Yeah.
literally just walked around the entire park taking pictures of a rainbow.
yeah, so we went and watched Circus Akanu, and which was an okay show to me. Like you can really tell the AI in it. But as soon as we came out of it, it was like rain. No, it wasn't that. We went to Circus Akanu and we went and got the
butterbeer crepe, but our
Yeah.
first one had a hair in it, so we got a second one.
and then we were sitting outside, so everybody was like looking at something like what's going on. So we walked out and it was
Beautiful
This
rainbow.
Beautiful rainbow.
so that's when
What was your favorite part of Epic, Terry?
Monsters Unchained was by far, to me, the best ride. I don't know if it was because the ride itself was fun or you just don't see the monsters. So like you don't know what to expect. Like Dracula, Frankenstein, vampires, whatever, mummies, there's no like lore. Like there's a lot of lore, but there's no like specific like Harry Potter movie or not Nickelodeon, Mario Brothers. Like it's like I know what all these things do, but how are we going to bring them together and make a ride? So I thought that was by far the best ride that we took that day.
So I think we had a great little experience. Once again, Rachel, we hated that you weren't with us for these 2 days.
Yes, we did.
It was great for us three to be able to sit around and have fun and get to know each other better. And we hated that you couldn't experience it with us. Even
Well, it's nice to be missed.
You were missed.
We were.
so,
And it was nice to finally meet everyone in person.
Yes, Terry. You were the oddball that didn't meet
I know.
everyone yet. You fly on a plane to meet strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say it out loud. It sounds really bad.
yeah, it does. Okay, well that's gonna do it for our episode today. Like I said, we had a great time. Next episode, we're gonna have Siobhan and Allison on. We'll talk about our 4 parks in 1 day trip to Walt Disney World.
And they
Sorry,
were
guys.
great.
That was my idea.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a great
It
time.
was everyone's idea but Jason's.
I wanted to do it. I wanted to.
Allison was the one that's like, I don't necessarily recommend it, but I'll still do it with you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
She was great.
it was fun. It was a lot. So it should be a fun little conversation that we have. It's going to be different from what we've been putting out in the past that have been very informative. This is very much more of a laid back episode for the next 2 episodes. If you want to get a hold of any of us, you can get us at www.magicaltravel.com. You can find us on socials at Castles of Cauldrons on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. If you have time, go and like and subscribe to our podcast. Give us a good review. Let us know what you want to hear in the future. Until the next time, we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.